I finally have good light. It was a little crappy yesterday. It rained a lot, so I wasn't getting enough light. So here we are, Saturday morning. My son's watching Yu-Gi-Oh! The wife's putting away groceries, and I'm cracking Force of Will packs. I'm gonna do 6 of each set. I did 2 of each for this Alice cluster. I kept calling Twilight Wanderer Two Towers, which it is not. This is Twilight Wanderer. And I think the reason why I upped it is because I was very disappointed with Battle for Ataraxia. I think this set is really Moonbeam Lottery. So let's get going. I think I'm going to actually set these aside and just go set by set. So these are your 7 Kings of the Lands. These are all reprint packs. They're printed in Taiwan. Alright, so let's get going. I have scissors. I started making the video and I forgot my scissors. So I'm going to score, what is it, 16 codes out of these. Which I think I need to bump me up to like the letter A in the willpower thingy. So here we are, and I'll highlight cards that I know were in those reconstructed decks that I have. I was gonna make videos for them, and then I just didn't really understand them that well, so I did not. But I have reconstructed 4 of the top 8 from July of 2016. That's all Alice. It's got cards from all 4 packs. All right, so this card I remember being in there. Was it? No, a similar card, not this one. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the comments a little quicker than usual. This one's definitely in there. Keen Sense. This is definitely a card that was highlighted in competitive decks. I really call this dragon like I don't know what I call a meat dragon. I mean, he looks like he's wearing raw meat like Lady Gaga did once. Yeah, see, doesn't it look like he looks like it looks like he looks like he's made out of raw meat. So I call this guy Raw Meat Dragon. Right? Don't you think?
And I call him Beefy.
Whoa, look at that. A foil Death Scythe. Whoa, you want to have it? Okay.
I just want to see.
All right, so that's...
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That is cool, isn't it? All right, so that's definitely the top card in that pack. I guess I will do that of calling what I think is the best card in each pack. I'm much more of a collector than I am a player. So anybody in the comments you can tell us more about playing this game. I really haven't had a lot of time to do so and to get out to my local game store, LGS, to play it. Okay, so here is a Dark Perch, which has been featured in those decks. Finally have the natural light that I wanted. Here's that other comment again. Similar run. I love these. There's a bunch of cards in this set and actually in this whole block that have this blue-red artwork that's really, really good. I don't know how to describe it. As I run across these cards, I'll show you. Okay, so there is one of the regalia that was not featured in competitive decks, but I'll set the regalia aside just because I like them. Okay, so, and hopefully we'll get at least one ruler. Oh, this is a foil of a card that was featured in those competitive decks. So here we are. We've scored at least 1, maybe even 2 cards that...
Water?
So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these cards there, and then anything that I think made competitive decks. And I think I remember that card. No, it's not that one. Yeah, so anything that I remember from the competitive decks, I'm going to highlight and put in a neat little pile. Okay? And maybe that's how you folks out in the interwebs can know what the cards that we're really looking for are. that you should be looking for. In case you're interested someday in reconstructing competitive decks, it's something that I really wanted to do in multiple games, and I finally have gotten to be able to do it in Force of Will, because it took me all of $100 and the cards that I previously owned. In most other games, oh, this is definitely one of them. This one's featured in many of those decks. And this is Necromancy of the Undead Lord. So we're going to put it right there. That's already in my pile. Again, SKL has some pretty good cards. When we hit Twilight Wanderer, that's when I forecast we're going to do the bing, 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 bing. You know, we're going to be scoring good cards that could be used to reconstruct competitive decks. Okay, so we're down to 3 packs. This is going to be a rather long video. I may try to go a little faster at some point. I don't want it to be super mega long because it is being filmed at highest resolution, which means it's going to be a gigantic file. Alright. Love these no color cards, or whatever they're called. They'd be called artifacts if it was Magic. Love the artwork for this card too. Wow, look at that, how much white there is in that card. I love this card, it just draws you cards. I'm surprised it didn't make competitive decks. I think this is one of the cards in the competitive decks. I'm gonna say that it is, and I could be wrong. Okay. A Persephone, and then a foil common. Okay. Nothing beats good natural light when you're missing a good light setup, which is my next thing. Another one of those blue-red artwork cards that I really like from this cluster. Kind of a weird card. Doesn't look like a cat at all, if you ask me. Oh, there we go. So Hunt. That is definitely in those competitive decks. Nice. Yeah, Clockwork Scout. Alright, so last SKL pack. We're at 8 minutes. That means that we could go for half an hour. I'm going to try to make it a little less, just because I don't want this video to be like 70,000 gigaterabytes. Okay, there we go. I love the artwork of Force of Will, of course. I'm sure if you've never seen this game before and you're watching this video, you're one of the 3 other people who will watch this video besides me watching it over and over because I made it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, nice regalia, not in competitive decks, but I'm going to put all the regalia in one place. And this one is a Merlin, and Merlin is featured in one of the decks that I reconstructed, so there it goes. I'm going to put it in that neato pile. So that was SKL. Okay, so let's go to the big cheese of the cluster, which is Twilight Wanderer. I almost call it Two Towers again, and I still do not know. Twilight Thunder. Wanderer Twilighter. Okay, so there we go. Oh, and these packs have the little seal in the back, even though they're thin paper.
What seal? A harp seal?
Yeah, so all these packs.
Walrus?
Yes, all these packs are Japanese packs except for the SKL packs that are Taiwan. Oh, these are first edition. I just noticed. Nice. I have a few first edition, and I cannot tell them apart. I really can't. So I'm actually gonna set aside that sleeve and see if I can tell them apart some other way. Because It'd be really nice if I could tell apart the, oh, there we go, Adam Bradley, which is not featured in the decks that I built, but I'm going to set it aside because I do know it's a great, great card. So it's going to get a special mention in my little highlight. Okay, let's see if these are first edition also. Okay, and they are not. So that means that I'm going to save it as well. And yeah, it's kind of funny. So here we are. Reprint, first edition. There's really nothing that can tell them apart. Nothing at all. The packs are completely identical. They really are. Reprint, original, first edition. So there we go, folks. You crack them, you know. That's all you can do. That's all you can do with these packs, is to crack them to know. That is the way it's going to play out. Another great card that for some reason was not featured in those decks, I'm still going to separate it because I think it's a great card. It gives you a lot of will filtering in your decks. Yeah. So there we go with that. Let's do another pack. I think this is pack number 3. I'm gonna get 16 coats out of these, which is good. I'm at that time of the year when I wanna get a better grade from the Willpower System Professor. Oh, I love this card. It is not in any one of the decks, but it is the mass-produced giant landmine. I tried to name it in another video and I just couldn't. This is the card that I was mentioning in some other video. And I haven't scored anything for that was in those competitive decks, except I think Final Forfeit was in there. And definitely Lancelot. Lancelot was definitely there. And definitely, oh, speak of the devil, Pendragon was there as well. So, and I think that's it for that pack. But look at that, that pack scored several notables. Several notables. The ship, a big dragon, and a common. Okay, let's do another. Let's put these cards here. This is my little Twilight Wanderer pile. Same comments, very similar comments that we just saw. Of course, these sets are not large, so it's pretty easy to get repeated comments when you crack a few packs. Okay, nothing here for competitive decks either. Last pack. Yeah, I'm worried too, Yugi. I'm worried about pulling good cards. It's first edition pack, another one. These are all mixed loose packs that I bought, and so some of them were reprints, some were not, and I don't think there's any way for anyone to know. Another final forfeit auto. I think there was like one in all of the 4 decks. Nice. Very pretty. That's a Levitine, man. Oh, wow. Okay, this is a really good pull. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Bro.
Oh.
That is a full art Levitine. Definitely in the competitive decks, because I had to buy like 8 of them because I only had, actually I think I had to buy like 9 of them because I only had 2 from my pulls for the decks. The other Levitines that I have are in the complete set that I made and some other books, and I don't want to take them out, and they're not super expensive. That's the beauty of Force of Will, that nothing is super expensive. So here we are with the Moonlit Savior, and I think we're gonna probably score more cards here because of the commons. This set has really great